Vex the fox sniffed the air. He was hungry. The forest smelled old, like damp earth and forgotten things. Big mossy stones stuck out of the ground. They were bigger than any tree Vex had ever seen. He hoped to find a juicy grub or a sleepy lizard. A low rumble made Vex's ears twitch. He followed the sound. It led him to a crack between the stones. The crack opened into a dark tunnel. Vex hesitated. It smelled strange, like metal and lightning, but his tummy rumbled louder than his fear. He crept inside. The tunnel opened into a huge cavern. Weird lights flickered on the walls. In the center of the cavern was a giant metal egg. Vex had never seen anything like it. He crept closer. The egg shuddered. The lights flashed faster. Then, with a deafening crack, the egg split open. Vex jumped back as a giant metal dinosaur unfolded itself. Its eyes glowed red. It opened its metal jaws and roared. Dinocor, the metal dinosaur, was hungry too. It hadn't eaten in 1,000 years, and it was very cross to be woken up by a little fox. Dinocor stomped towards Vex. Its metal claws scraped the ground. Vex knew he couldn't fight a metal monster. He had to be clever. He looked around frantically. He saw a narrow tunnel leading out of the cavern. He dashed towards it, Dinocor close behind. Vex squeezed through the tunnel. Dinocor was too big to follow. Vex was safe. For now. He could hear Dinocor roaring in frustration. Vex came to a small room. There was a metal panel with glowing buttons. It looked ancient but important. Vex took a deep breath and pressed a button. The ground shook. Dust rained down from the ceiling. Lights flickered and died. The cavern was collapsing. Vex raced back through the tunnel, Dinocor's roars echoing behind him. He just made it out as the entrance caved in with a thunderous boom. The mossy stones were silent again. Vex knew Dinocor was trapped, but for how long? He hoped someone else was hungry enough to find out. But for now, Vex had other things on his mind, like finding a decent meal.